catch me in the club or something. D-boys talking, they front. Jack boys won't smoke, they ain't running. They rather pull that thing on you, that's how they make money. I wanna sit sideways, from backside to side, hit the highway. Do a $150 top down speed race. You ain't fooling with me, you be acting fool gay.
Hey guys, this is Ashley and we got E here.
What's good? What's good?
What happened to Terry? Where is he? He disappeared on us. I don't know, but he's only here for a limited time only. Lise isn't going to be in with us, but we got a lot of good topics to talk about. So we're going to go ahead and get started, and hopefully Terry will pop in. I don't know.
They kidnapped him.
I don't know. Like, where did he just disappeared like 2 seconds ago. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. So, the Super Bowl's coming. It's on Sunday. Y'all know I'm not a sports fan, but I'm going to the party, okay? So, hey, Lise, how you doing?
Hey, what's up, Lise? Good.
We're going to start off with the do's and don'ts of Super Bowl parties. So, I mean, we gotta spread it out. Like, if you're a guest, what are the do's and don'ts? If you're a host, what are the do's and don'ts? I'm not hosting. I'm a guest, but I'm going to let you start, E.
The do's and don'ts is real simple, people. If you're in somebody else's house, then there's an etiquette to it, I believe. Food. Let's talk about food. As we all know, some people don't like certain things. I just think that the don'ts of it, as far as food, bring something that's edible. You see what I'm saying?
Why would you bring something that's not, though?
Hey, you know how people are with their creativity, putting raisins in potato salad and, stuff like that. And just be courteous. You see what I'm saying? I don't know. I've been to two Super Bowl parties in my lifetime. And one party was excellent. The food, the people, the atmosphere was there. The other party, we didn't watch the game.
What? You were there for the Super Bowl, though. How are you not watching the game?
Because the person didn't pay the cable bill, and we couldn't see it. So
they didn't have good food either, because they can't. They can't afford.
They didn't pay the cable bill in the middle. Like, we watching it. We there, big screen and all. Some say scoop. I don't know if it was the electricity or what, but we wasn't watching the game. And like you said, the food was horrible.
Okay. So they shouldn't host again then?
No.
Is that what we saying? Okay.
No.
So
never.
Listen. If I'm a guest, I'm going to come up there. I'm going to find out, hey, what's up, Dizzy?
What's up, Dizzy?
I'm going to find out who the team is. I'm going to root for the right team for the moment. You know what I'm saying? Unless I don't mess with you, then I might root for the opposite team just to get on your nerves a little bit.
No, well, I think in this Super Bowl, it's kind of, different. Because I'm a Ravens fan. I think, Ashley, you're a Ravens fan as well. Now, the one thing I will say, shout out Baltimore all day, all day, every day, like Sade. I'm a Ravens fan. Therefore, Kansas City Chiefs acquired Terrell Suggs. So that's the only reason why I will probably watch a little bit of the game. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
For him, I want to see him win a second ring and retire, because it's about that time.
Right. So what about the commercials? Are we there to watch the commercials?
Yeah, the commercials are cool. I've always been a big fan of the commercials because of the creativity. They are funny. I know Missy Elliott. I think I overheard Missy Elliott having a commercial in there. I want to see that. And who knows, the commercials have always been the important part of Super Bowl.
So what if I'm the guest and I decide that the commercials ain't important? Is that a don't? Am I not supposed to talk in the middle of the commercials?
Well, I don't know. Like, shut up! The commercials are
The Budweiser commercial come on, you be like, Budweiser. You done missed the joke.
They're gonna throw you out, Ashley. I can see that coming. She only here for the commercial. How dare she?
I'm like, go Ravens. They like, they not playing though.
Yeah.
They not playing.
Oh my God, he said.
Don't shit in my bathroom. Listen.
Big ass logs in your bathroom.
No, that's not right. Please save your shit for at home,
yes.
everyone.
Take a shit at home.
If you have to fart in my bathroom, please
go outside.
Use the Febreze, okay? Or yes, please step outside.
Go outside.
We would appreciate that.
No smoking.
No smoking in my home, okay? If you choose to use cannabis, okay? Use it some other way besides smoking. There are a lot of ways. We'll talk about it later.
Yes, bring your own stuff. Bring your own booze. Bring your own booze, because if you bring no other stuff, you're going to be wanting to smoke it. Just don't smoke in my house. You see what I'm saying? Go outside. And now drinks, if you drink it, just bring.
Do I have to bring my own drinks though?
Bring some for the rest of the people. That's what I say.
Oh, okay. See, I learned something new.
Bring enough. Bring a plethora of alcoholic elixirs.
I'll make sure I bring something. So I'll bring the ever fresh.
Okay.
Everclear. I'm sorry. I'm gonna bring
the
that.
cranberry
and the cranberry juice.
Okay.
All right. So
maybe they'll let you in.
If I'm showing up at the party, I'll show up with the Everclear. So we still waiting on Terry. The next topic is supposed. Okay, we're gonna move on from there too. So
yeah, I was waiting for this one.
Right. So look, Facebook did it again. We saw a post. I think Etiquette shared it with the group. There was a young man standing there at a young woman's baby shower. He had on a shirt that told us that he was a real dad's gonna step. So that leads us to believe that he's going to be the stepfather for the unborn child. And apparently the young woman got pregnant outside of their relationship.
Yes.
So the question is, are you going to adopt a baby of a man whose girlfriend cheated on you with? Is that something that you take on? Is that a responsibility you willing to accept?
That's kind of a hard pill to swallow, because I'm in that situation. Now, she's not a baby. She's 20 years old. I guess what I'm trying to say is, when you meet the person, girl or guy, and if they have kids already, then it's up to your discretion. But to bring a whole new baby into the picture, and then the person, of course, stepped out of the relationship, got pregnant, and got back together. That's kind of a hard pill to swallow right there.
I agree.
On
both sides, if it's the girl or the guy, you bringing in a whole nother child.
Yeah, unborn child.
And we was already together.
Yeah, that's kind of like, wow. But first of all, let's baby steps, literally. Like, why you step out of the relationship? That's one. And then you meet somebody, or you had sex with somebody, and then after that you're pregnant, showing, taking pictures.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I would feel some type of way about that.
Yeah, and so in a regular situation, when you cheating, right? When a person cheats on you, you're going to feel a certain kind of way about the person. And it take a long time to get over that situation. Like, there's a lot of trust laws. You see what I'm saying? Depending on the situation. Like, maybe we was on a break or something and then you got pregnant. That changes the dynamic, right?
Yes.
But if you go out there and you step out and you go ahead and get pregnant, now I got to look at your child, who might look like the father. Like, what?
It don't look like me.
It don't look like me. It look like some other man. Or, on my end, it look like some other woman. And I'm looking at this child for the next 18 years. I might want to quit in 5. I'm just saying, like.
What was the comment that Lee said?
I couldn't see it. Nothing wrong with stepping up, but this is a conversation that had to be for real.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't think there's nothing wrong with stepping up, but I just feel like there's a lot of commitment involved with that. To begin with, you can make a commitment today and then change your mind in 5 years. That's kind of where I was going with it. You know, and you got to be mindful that in 18 years, you may feel way different. Hi, Tanika. I agree with you. Not happening.
Yeah. I said the same thing. I said, you know, a baby's involved now. That's a lifetime right there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The care, the nurturing for this child, and it's not yours. There would have to be some type of counseling, talking. We gotta somehow get through this to come to a, you know, mutual understanding with all of that. So, yeah.
And then, how do you explain it to the child when they get old enough?
I am not your daddy.
Right. How is that conversation going? Like, those are things.
Come here, boy.
Listen, I don't have that experience, so I can't really speak on it. So, you know, to each his own. It really isn't nothing wrong with stepping up. You know, all children need parents in their life. You know, if this other person is ready to move on, is ready to take on, you know, that responsibility, that's great. But you know, at the same time, I question the future, looking into the future when it comes to child rearing. Because I did it myself. When I had my baby, I was like, oh, I'm about to have a baby, it's gonna be cute, this and that, and blah blah blah. And then, you know, 5 years later, I'm like, damn, ain't nobody tell me all this was involved with parenting. I ain't know I had to teach her that.
You ain't get that memo, huh?
Right. Ain't nobody tell me after 5 they was about, like, nobody went through all that. So I'm just saying, you know, we gotta really think about the long-term effects of the decisions we make today.
Yes.
It's really unfortunate. But what's also unfortunate is the situation that happened last Sunday. It's very upsetting to so many communities.
Yes.
All right. We're talking, you know, the sports community. We're talking the hip hop community. We're talking the black community, and then the list can go on. This man has had such an impact on so many different people in so many different areas, and you know, that ripple effect is heartbreaking. And you know, condolences to the family and all of that kind of stuff. But you know, whenever anybody moves on, we should always remember the good times and just talk about our favorite moments. Like, I always do this with my family, and I think it's appropriate to do this here today. So, you know what? I got some interesting ones. But what are your favorite Kobe moments?
You want to go first? Because I tell people this. I stopped being a fan of basketball after Jordan left. And I didn't watch basketball like I watched basketball when Jordan was there. But
hey Terry.
Hey. What's up? That's not to say who
welcome back.
Kobe Bryant was. No, everybody on the face of this earth, whether you watched basketball or not, you knew who Kobe Bryant was. Right. Because on and off the court, he was seen. And this, you know, this is world. We're talking about the world knowing who Kobe Bryant was. Favorite Kobe moments would have to be the fights. Because, you know, Kobe wasn't backing down for nobody.
Okay.
I had to, you know, go back on YouTube, and they said the 10 greatest Kobe fights or the interactions he had. I didn't know it was that many, first of all. So if I would have to say a favorite Kobe moment, it would have to be the fights because of him not backing down. So, yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
How about you, Terry? You got any favorite Kobe moments?
All of them.
All of them?
Yeah, okay. Kobe was that guy, man. I mean, it's just like we was talking on the bench warmers the other day, me and Lise, and he was originally drafted to the Hornets, right? When he first came into the league.
Okay.
And on draft day, Kobe said, "Yeah, I'm good," and so they did a draft day trade out to LA. So for one, that was one of my favorite moments because he was like, "Nah, I ain't playing that."
So he didn't play.
He didn't play in Charlotte. No, not one day.
No, he always played on the Lakers. He played his entire career on the Lakers.
Yep, his entire 20-year career. Why is everybody calling me now? I'm sorry, y'all. Everybody want to call me now.
When so listen, when I was coming up, when he came out, I was in love with me some Kobe. Okay, I thought he was so fine because that's what you said back in the 90s. He was so fine.
He was so fine with bacon on it.
Right. And he had his little TWA going on, okay? And he was number 8 on the Lakers. What's up?
What's TWA?
A teeny weeny afro.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God. Teeny weeny afro. You got okay.
Hey, TWA, I thought it was something else. I don't know.
My natural girls know about this, okay?
I thought TWA meant Trans World Airlines.
We flying with you.
No.
Straight going with you.
Straight flying with you. But go ahead.
He was on Sister. I never forget that episode when the girls was trying to pretend like they was dating Kobe, and I was mad because they was trying to pretend like they was dating my man. Yes.
Let me find out Ashley is a stalker.
Ashley, you're a stalker?
I might have been at that time.
I can believe it. I can go with that. I believe. Yeah.
Allegedly, yes.
You was straight up, but it's okay though. It's okay. I'm a stalker too. It just depends on what day of the week it is.
Who you stalking?
I'm not now.
Everybody.
Yeah. No, I'm a happily married man. No, I don't stalk nobody. I stalk her.
We gotta check.
No. No.
You like good. That man on you. Yo.
We're good.
That's another topic right there. Go ahead, Ashley.
That's the whole other podcast right there.
Yeah. And then he was on Destiny's Child video.
He was?
Yes.
Yeah. He was rapping.
He just was a guest. He did a what they call it, a feature.
Okay.
Yeah, he did a feature on that song. And then he had a song with Tyra Banks. Y'all ain't know that?
Yeah, we're gonna have to Google that.
Y'all didn't know.
I need to see
that. Is that allegedly? Because I don't remember.
No, that's for real. I'm telling you.
But Tyra Banks was singing at one point?
Yes. I wish I could sing because I will really sing it to you guys.
Please, I'm so glad that you won today. I'm appreciative of that. I promise. I promise.
Because back in the day,
you can't say Ashley.
Huh?
You try to say you can't sing, Ashley.
I can't sing.
Oh,
I
okay.
can't. But I might try for y'all if you want me to tell you how to sing good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's E. No, don't do it. Let it go. It's all good. Hey.
So, right. Back in the day, he was my boo thing. I was going to name my children. My son's name was going to be Jacoby. Okay.
Stalker.
Yes. And then then I found out he was married.
Okay.
And that ended it. I was over it.
Grand opening, grand closing.
Grand closing. Yeah.
Damn.
So anyway, I love
Lordy.
Kobe.
Okay.
So we're gonna go back to the guru. Now that we talked about our favorite Kobe moments, y'all didn't have a lot of favorite moments. I just want to say that.
I love all the time.
I'm not even a sports fan, and I had all the favorite moments. Okay.
Sorry.
I'm just saying. I went back in history on this one. He was a part of my. He grew up with me.
I love it.
Stalker.
But we're gonna go back. We're gonna talk with the guru. Has some. Terry has some things he wanted to talk about. And I think it's near and dear to his heart. He wanted to let us know that all men are dogs.
Are
not. Dogs.
See, say that.
Naker.
Say that. No.
Naker. Oh, okay. We're back. Okay, so hey, y'all. It's the guru here. Listen, this is what I want to talk about really quickly. and I want to tell everybody who's listening, all women, that all men aren't dogs. And the reason why I say that is because I was scrolling. You know, we lost Kobe this weekend, right? Not 10 hours after this man passed. After not 10 hours after this man died, I'm reading Facebook, and there's a young lady who is already talking about how Kobe was a rapist and all this other good stuff. And all of this stemmed because I kind of know this lady personally, and all of that stemmed from she's been beat down by men because she's allowed it, right? Yeah. Long story.
She said that she's been beat down by men because
her attitude says she's been beat down by men because you can't. In every post, you can't men bash. I get it. If somebody has hurt you, I understand it. What you do is,
okay.
I feel.
Wait.
Okay.
Wait. Slow down on me. Slow down. Okay.
Come on. Okay.
So a young woman said. She said that all men are dogs.
All men are dogs.
And you deduced, yes, that.
I'm waiting for the question.
She is the person who has the problem. That's what, right?
She don't.
I'm just asking. I don't know. I'm just asking.
Yeah. I think here's the deal, and the reason why I say that is because when women have gone through hurt and trauma, they tend to figure that everybody they come into contact will give them that same hurt and trauma. If they don't if they don't kind of heal and move on from it, then the next person will give them drama and hurt. And
is
so,
that true for both sexes?
Probably most men don't care
about what,
about any of it. Once men are normally the perpetrators, but when they're not the perpetrators, men will just go and do the next thing. They're not emotionally tied to like that. Women are the ones that are emotionally tied to most relationships anyway.
Really?
That's true. Ashley.
To the people that are listening.
This is Talking with the Guru. This is my section.
Oh, sorry.
Shh.
You know what, though?
Here's my thing.
I want women. No, here's what I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna shut up. Okay. I just want women to know.
Shut up. This is your segment.
No. I'm gonna be quiet. Listen, I want women to understand that all men aren't dogs. The guy that hurt you or may have hurt you allegedly. Everybody ain't gonna do it. So don't. This young lady. The reason why I say it is because she purposely bashes men every single day, kind of like Derek Jackson. Derek Jackson is the male version of this chick. Always bashing, always bashing men. You can't bash every man. Every man ain't the same. So I brought up Kobe in the beginning because she bashed Kobe because of what he did or the accusation that he had, and this man hadn't been there 10 hours. How much hate do you have for men to do this? So, do you? Nika? Okay. All right. I see you. Your invitation is revoked.
No, please come
But I want women to understand that all men are dogs. The same guy that hurt you it's not going to be the same guy the next guy you went into. But if your mentality is he going to hurt me anyway, let me go ahead and bash him. And so get out of that mindset. All men are not dogs because you have been hurt in the past. Everybody ain't the same. There's levels to this. We're not the same. I want women to understand that. All men are not dogs. We are not the same. That's my section. I'm out of here.
Okay, so all men are not dogs, but all men are dogs, right? Or no?
Is that a real question? I mean, I answer it. If that's a real question.
No. I'm just messing with you.
Oh,
Just messing with you.
That's a real question. I'll answer it.
No, but on a serious note, like we can't always put.
Exactly. That's what I said. Right. He's like,
just messing with you. But we can't always put any one person in one category, right? So men can't always go in the dog category. Men can't always be out of the dog category, and the same with women. You see what I'm saying? I think everybody has their experiences and history with them, and they bring that along with them, and it help make the decisions that they're gonna make, right? That's a fact. So I agree. All men aren't dogs. We have to kind of pick and choose who we gonna want to, attract to us, and you got to put out that same energy. Is that kind of what you're trying to put out there?
Right.
All right, cool.
Because everybody's not the same.
Right. And in reference to Kobe, at the end of the day, those were allegations. That he never went to court on it. The person who
nice segue. I like
right. the person who came out on him never refused to go to trial on it, so we can't really say if he did or he didn't. He did say that he did have sex with the young woman, and that probably led to a whole different situation, but we don't know how far it went. That's just a fact. Well, regardless of that, go ahead.
I was going to say the case note said that Kobe thought that the event was consensual. The young lady decided the next day that she wasn't consensual. Now, if you talk to people from Toronto and up in Canada, they stated that this young lady came to Toronto a couple days after what happened in Colorado and partied a little bit harder. And she took, the settlement money, and she did not pursue any criminal charges. I mean, so it's a lot of different things to it, but people just assume always he was a rapist. He was an accusation. People that he clearly beat and secondly outgrew.
Right.
I mean, that was earlier on in his career.
2003.
Right.
Yeah, so that was a long time ago. Since then, him and his wife have, gone through whatever ups and downs. They were separated for a period of time, and then they reconciled. I mean,
we're not going to bash him, no, allegedly. I'm just saying, I'm not bashing.
They reconciled, but at the end of the day, Kobe Bryant was a person too, right? Yeah. So, and people make mistakes. As great as he was, he probably did make mistakes, but we are just speculating. Yeah. So, now that he's passed away, there's been a lot of outrage, on social media. You know how divisive social media can be. Even with this young lady kind of throwing out these allegations as if it's a fact. Are we taking things too serious? Like, for example, the people who died with him in the plane crash. People are saying that we're not giving them enough, I guess, publicity or, putting them out there as much. But from my point of view, shouldn't they be happy with not being out in the public eye? Like, I personally would want to be able to grieve my family member in the privacy of my own home.
True, and that's the problem. People are not letting the family grieve. Period.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And I hate what I'm about to say, but I hate when these celebrities die, because everything in their mama, what they did in the past, it comes out in the forefront. Whereas, why not do it while they was here? You see what I'm saying? You got to wait for a person to die before all of this stuff come out, and I hate it. Let the family grieve. I'm almost certain, and I think I speak for a lot of people when I say that, is you don't want to get on the news. You don't want to be watching the news and that's contrary to popular belief. A lot of this is coming from social media. You see what I'm saying? Oh my God, they talking about Kobe more than the other people that was dying. My heart goes out to the other people that were on the helicopter or in the crash. Please believe that. But we're looking at a person that has been in the limelight, if you will, for a long period of time. And not only that, his daughter was with him.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Now there was I think it was one other little girl on the plane?
There's a couple of them,
yeah. My heart goes out to them, the families of them. But you got to understand the dynamic of this. You see what I'm saying? So you're right, Lise. He lived a public life, and this death would be the same. And then somebody said this, and I'm gonna stop talking. Somebody said this. Of course, Baltimore. They like everybody talk about Kobe, but not nobody talk about the people that died. Okay, maybe I didn't know Pookie around the corner.
Right.
Maybe
so
I didn't know.
To say about them?
That's what I'm saying. I didn't know Nuck who got shot down the street. I didn't know them, but we see Kobe. We've seen Kobe. He was out there. He was in the spotlight.
Yeah.
Nuck and Pookie wasn't. So I can't feel some type of way. No, let me take that back. It rests in my heart. One, because I'm frustrated. I'm like, damn, like, when is it going to stop?
Right.
But we're looking at a public figure who, on the court and off the court, has impacted somebody's life
in some way. Even if you didn't like sports, even if you like, it just doesn't really. He transcended multiple groups of people, so there are a lot of people that care about this dude in some way,
and he impacted so many lives. Because a friend of mine just posted on Facebook, he said his 8-year-old little boy is so distraught, and I'm not making this up. He posted on Facebook, and that to the point he's grabbing his phone and saying to Siri, "Where's Kobe?"
Oh jeez.
And I'm like, oh my God, like, how do you explain that to an 8-year-old little boy whose Kobe's life impacted him to be like Kobe? You see what I'm saying? I didn't know anything about Nuck and you know, little doo-wop around the corner. I didn't know them. You see what I'm saying? So how can I feel some type of way about that as opposed to a person that is right there in the camera's eye, and I'm looking at that person and he's impacting lives? I just can't do it.
What are your thoughts, Terry?
I'm with E. It's the same thing. It's Kobe impacted millions upon millions of lives. Excuse me, millions upon millions of lives. He granted so many wishes for the Make-A-Wish Foundation for these kids. I mean, he did a lot of things for the community. And just like Lee said, he lived a public life. People knew Kobe in China. You know what I'm saying? The other 7 individuals that lost their lives, you know, with their inner circle, they were cherished. Right. But Kobe was cherished by everybody in this world.
Right.
So,
and that's a gift and a curse.
Right, it is.
You know?
But, you know, I want society to let us grieve. You know, we're not going to grieve like Vanessa, but let us grieve. Because when I first heard that he had passed away, we were in a group text, and I was like, this is a hoax. If you guys remember that, it was a hoax. And I said, let me go check. And when I tell you I read it, I teared up and a lump got in my throat just as quick as if I knew Kobe personally. So everybody's taking this stuff seriously. Come on, that's first of all have some empathy. Yeah. We all have empathy here. All 9 people that lost their lives, you know, God rest their souls. But Kobe was that guy.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Having empathy for the family, especially because they're the ones who have the biggest impact. You know, you felt a lump in your throat and you got a tear, but this is somebody, you know, that's been in their lives all
their lives,
right?
Yeah.
And that's I did the same. I was at work and my phone. I was talking to a friend of mine at work. We were sitting like in the room, and we was just talking. And someone said, "Pick up your phone." And I picked up the phone, and my fiance, she said, "Kobe died." The first thing I did before I even responded, I went to TMZ.
Y'all trust TMZ? I don't.
And they confirmed it.
Right. Well,
they confirmed it.
That was the other thing. TMZ was the one who you know, first reported
I'm mad at them for that too.
But they even reported it before the Vanessa.
They call Vanessa and tell her your husband dead.
Right. Yeah. Like who does how why what?
I'm and I say that because I didn't know how soon the news traveled back. I didn't know all of that when I was reading. But I checked, I even Googled that. I said, is Kobe Bryant dead? And that's when they brought me back to TMZ. And then later on, it was CNN. You see what I'm saying? That confirmed it, and then it trickled. I'm mad at TMZ for doing that.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm mad at because they didn't even allow the sheriff office, the sheriff office, to at least tell Vanessa the news. TMZ did, and that's not a way.
That's horrible.
To break the news, bad news like that to anybody.
Right. Yeah.
Right. So, what do y'all think about these conspiracy theories out here?
Don't get me started. There's so many. And I was listening to, what's his name? Umar?
Yeah.
Crap. Doo-doo. That's his name? I can't remember his name. But I think it's Umar. But
it is.
Crap doo-doo though.
Crap doo-doo. Damn. Dr. Crap doo-doo.
I need for some conspiracy theories that I've heard, kind of made sense if you think about it. Then you got other conspiracies like Umar Johnson, who was just way left with his stuff. He blamed, I think his three suspects were the NBA, Big Pharma, and the Illuminati.
I heard the Illuminati and the Big Pharma bit.
Man, if we don't get out of here, like
everybody is trying to and when I say cash in, not money, but everybody's trying to get something out of this with views and likes. Trust me. Every time when a person pass away, a celebrity, we always got to be first.
Yeah,
always got to be first.
It's
and
disgusting.
On his standpoint, but I'm gonna leave that for the Meep Meep. I'm gonna stop talking.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave that for the Meep.
Yeah.
Well,
it's disgusting.
Yeah, I heard the Big Pharma bit, and they're claiming that he was doing some really, entrepreneurial things. He was getting some trademarks and patents come through. I do know that the trademark piece of it, he was trying to trademark Black Mamacita. My trademark lawyer told me that. But, I know he had things in the work, but what else can you expect from a person who has the means to do those kind of things? So to associate that with like this bigger agenda, I think there are big systems out there, but I also can't always associate it with, the conspiracy theory all the time. It's just not all the time. Everybody who dies is always associated with a conspiracy theory.
Exactly.
Yeah. Right. It's disgusting. I've seen so many. YouTube was just flooded with. There was one YouTube video that I saw. It was supposedly Gigi on a hospital bed, strapped to all kind of ventilators and all that. And the caption to the video was, but it wasn't her. I mean, because she, with the crash and how it happened, there is no whole body. First of all, secondly, if she's dead, they're not going to strap her to any kind of machines. So it was crap. It was just for likes. It was clickbait. Is what it was. Yeah. And it's just disgusting that YouTube was full of that. Right. 24 to 48 hours after Kobe.
Even with the videos of the helicopter crash.
Yeah.
Right. I thought they was real. And you at least said, they not.
No, not even close. Tragic.
It was.
Because there was a real helicopter crashes, but it wasn't, Kobe's crash. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's just the whole clout chasing thing is ridiculous. Right. Let this man rest in peace.
Yes. And let the family grieve.
Let the family grieve. All nine people. Let them rest in peace. It's retarded. It's crazy. Let me get one more subject before I got to get out of here, y'all.
All right. Okay. So on a lighter note, we're gonna talk about Steve Harvey. So apparently, allegedly, Mark Curry blames Steve Harvey for stealing his jokes. I couldn't find where he was able to actually quote what jokes. There was some, he mentioned that he stole some Halloween jokes on a Halloween show of some sort. But should Steve Harvey be held accountable? How do we hold him accountable? What?
No. No.
I think differently. I'm gonna have to disagree.
Do you? Oh, okay.
The joke that you were referring to, Ashley, because I read it, and this is the second time he has mentioned Mark Curry. I went to a show that Mark Curry was at, and I'm a huge Mark Curry fan, and
okay.
I love hanging with Mr. Cooper.
Since hanging with Mr. Please tell me what he's done after that.
Nothing, but
okay.
I
all right,
love
just making sure.
He's funny to me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I feel you.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He got on stage and he said, after his bit, he said, F Steve Harvey, and then he went on, to say what he had to say. And I'm like, You know. So then later on, the present time now, he was on another show and he said that Steve Harvey stole his stuff. Yeah. And I'm like, listen to me. Here's my thing with this. Mark Curry, yes, trying to get back out there. I understand that. But Steve is there. Steve has the money. Why are you stealing jokes? I'm almost certain that
stealing jokes.
Yes.
Why do you know he stole the joke?
It's verbatim. Verbatim.
What's the joke? Can you tell me the joke?
The joke was his father, Mark Curry, said Halloween. His father said, "Okay, I don't have no money for no costume." Mark Curry was like, "No, I don't have no costume." So his father was like, "Put on this box and say to people that you're a UPS package or something like that."
Oh, okay.
The same joke, Steve Harvey on his show, he did like a Halloween special, and he said, "Yeah, my father ain't had no money, so he would give me a box, and he used to tell people you're a UPS package." Same joke.
So is
same
that
time frame.
Standard though?
I don't know.
All comedians.
So, I mean, anything that's out there in the public, unless you get it, licensed as your own, I can say.
And that's what I said. I said maybe you need to trademark your jokes or copyright your jokes.
You can't copyright your jokes. You
I don't
can
think
copyright all day. No,
I don't think you can.
Listen, okay, listen to me.
Hold on, E.
All right.
Hold on, E. Here's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna go.
Okay.
Even if Steve stole the joke. Okay. Here's my take. Okay. Even if he stole it, I guess Steve probably figured, well, Mark ain't using it. Let me go ahead and take it. Even if he stole it.
But he did use it. I mean,
he did use it. That's the thing.
I'm just saying, who used it? Mark is still touring?
But
Mark is not relevant. He hasn't been relevant in forever.
That's beside the point, Terry. My point is, Steve is there. He got money.
So why
you see what I'm saying? So here's Mark over here like, dude, you have writers. You can pay writers. You can pay people to write for you. Why you have to steal my jokes?
I need for Mark Curry to stop being butthurt.
I'm going to need Steve to stop stealing jokes. I'm sorry.
So listen.
I can see if you took a joke and kind of twisted the words a little bit, but this was verbatim. I can see like for instance, Cat Williams, Kevin Hart. You know how they don't like each other, whatever reasons. I can see Cat Williams, who in my eyes really don't have it like Kevin Hart. You see what I'm saying? That Kevin Hart was like, well, I'm gonna take one of his jokes and twist it, change the words maybe, because he figured he ain't gonna miss it. He got money, blah 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 blah. Here's a person who has not been relevant, yes, who's trying to get back out there. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, Steve, you have the money, dude. Like, why are you stealing fucking jokes?
So I think it's two sides of this. So I think it's an industry standard to kind of play off of other people's material. I think it happens pretty often. I've heard some version of that joke before in my lifetime. I'm pretty sure.
Everybody does that.
Yeah. The other thing is, Mark Curry is, I think he's trying to play off of the drama. I think he's trying to put himself out there. He's trying to get himself a Netflix show, and at the same time.
Oh, can we pull in the Monique?
Huh?
He's pulling
a Monique. Yes. And Steve, at the same time, he just needs to acknowledge that it's an industry standard and he needs to chill. Instead of calling the man a baby and being confrontational, I think that, I don't think either.
That's all I'm saying. I mean, right. Like I said, I don't, you got money, dude. Maybe Mark don't. You see what I'm saying? I don't know Mark's financial status.
All right.
But I feel where he's coming from.
Yeah. All right, you guys, I'm going to step out of the broadcast now. You guys have a great rest of your show. Listen, everybody who's listening, thank you for coming through, checking out Brunching thus far. Don't move. Don't go nowhere. Ashley is up next. Hang tight. All right? I'm out. Y'all have a good one.
We gonna get turned tonight. We gonna turn it up. We gonna get turned tonight. Yeah. And put some drink.
Hey. Hey y'all, it's
Love that
Ask
intro.
Ashley. Yes. So I'm going to tell y'all about an encounter that I had, and that's what's leading up to the question that I got. So I was sitting there and I was talking to somebody, and this person referenced his mom, their mom, and who had shingles. She had a shingles outbreak, which is similar to chickenpox, basically, except more painful, and it sits on the nerve endings. So it's a horribly painful thing for people to experience. Wow. And apparently his mom was taking Neurontin, and I just mentioned that Neurontin is linked to a certain amount of deaths. Not to say that every person who takes it is going to die. That does not mean that. And before I continue, this is all for informational purposes only, entertainment. This is not to diagnose or to tell you what to do or not to do. Please talk to a licensed professional to get that information. But I mentioned to him that, maybe cannabis might be an alternative. And he goes, what? My mom would never smoke. And I was like, you don't have to smoke. I said, it's 10 different ways to use cannabis. And he said, no. So I thought I would share that with everybody here today. I want to tell you all the 10 different ways that you can consume cannabis. Now, you're not going to get it from your local weed dealer, okay?
Sorry.
So don't go up
Air poop
to the weed man.
Hey, poop cat.
Right. Talk about, can I get a cannabis inhaler? No, he won't have that for you. Okay? Yes.
I'm sold out.
So, way one, we all know smoking. You go, you get your bud, you wrap it with some type of rolling paper, and you combust it or you light it on fire.
Light it up.
Light it up, right? And you pass the blunt. That's where that comes from. Then you have vaping, another way to smoke it. All right, and that's when you put the oil in the vape and you heat it up to a certain temperature. It's more effective. You get more of a buzz. One hit of a vape is more effective than 3 hits of a blunt because most of it goes off into the air anyway. Then I mentioned the inhaler. So those are all inhalation methods of consuming. Not all dispensaries carry inhalers, but it is a new technology that exists. It's discreet. You get your hit. You can measure it. All of that kind of stuff. Then you have oral ways of taking. So you can do either tincture or capsule. They have little capsules with the cannabis oil in it, and you'll absorb it through the GI tract. Or you can do a tincture, and that's where most people use to make their edibles. And we talked about that on a previous episode.
Okay.
There are tablinguals. So there are little tabs that go under your tongue, and you absorb it through your mucosa, and you let it dissolve. Yes.
Mucosa.
Yes, like the soft tissue that's in your mouth.
No, this is stupid. She
What'd
said oral. Like my mind is in the gutter.
Yes, exactly what you think. It goes in your mouth. Okay, so put it in your mouth. And then there are sprays. So the sprays, actually, you can spray it under your tongue too, and you absorb it that way. Then there are edibles. You can eat them. You can make your baked goods. You can make butters. You can make food with it. You see people making like brunches with it, all that kind of stuff.
Brownies,
candy, cookies. I've seen people make syrup out of cannabis. There's so many different ways you can make an edible. It's ridiculous, and people have like made full-on dinners. I'm just saying. Yes, for real.
God damn.
And then there are oils. So that's the strongest and most potent version. So you see these people that have like very serious conditions like seizures, AIDS, all of those kind of very seriously, very highly symptomatic conditions. Oils are very effective for them because it's so concentrated. And then there are topicals. And topicals are what you put on the skin so you can rub it in a salve. They have chapsticks. They have bath bombs is a version of a topical. And basically all topicals can go through the first 3 layers of your skin so it doesn't go into your bloodstream. The only variation or the only difference with bath bombs is that, if you throw it in the bathtub, there's a chance it can hit your vaginal lining. and you can absorb it through your body that way, and it could go into your bloodstream.
Them knees be weak as a mug, boy. Like, help me out this bathroom, Jesus.
But it's good for central body issues, like women with menstrual cramps and things like that. So that's why people are making them. And then there's one last thing that I'm sure you'll get a kick out of, suppositories. You can actually insert cannabis into your rectal cavity or your vaginal cavity.
Screaming vag. That's what Lisa said. Squash raw.
Right. So those are all the 10 ways. They don't all have to do with smoking. You can consume cannabis as discreetly as you want, and get whatever effect you are looking for. I always encourage being very responsible with your cannabis consumption and understanding how it works. So that's why I created Cannabis Nursing Solutions. If you ever want to sit down, I do 15-minute free consultations. And then I can also do a charged 1-hour consultation with you to help you find your cannabis journey.
And the other 5, she'll sit with you and smoke.
So that's Ask Ashley for today. Thank you, guys. Thank you. So we're going to go ahead and move on. Chrissy Lampkin, from Love and Hip Hop. I think that's where I know her from. She's married to Jim Jones. They had got, hey Terry, they got, I think Chrissy proposed to Jim. Mm-hmm. It seemed like 5 years ago or so. Mm-hmm. And they still haven't gotten married. They've been on marriage boot camp.
For real?
Yeah, they was on marriage. Like they just not getting it together. Anyway, she stepped to Rihanna, allegedly. She stepped to Rihanna and, accused Rihanna of talking about a cheating incident with Jim and Rihanna. I mean, what's going on with that? Is she wrong for that?
Yes, very. Like, this happened, whatever the allegation was, I don't know, or accusation, or whenever it happened. I don't know when it happened, but Chrissy just need to sit the hell down, for real. Like, you're looking at a person who is taking you through so many changes and not trying to marry you. You had to propose to this man. I think he proposed to her after she proposed to him.
Oh, I missed that event. Okay.
Face it, boo-boo. It's not going to happen.
Well, she got on The Real recently and said that that's not the priority. She ain't even trying.
Yes, after so many attempts, I would give up too. Because I think I didn't see that, but I saw. Okay, people, I don't watch reality TV, but if it's on, if my fiance is watching, I'll sit there and I'll look at it. So there was an episode where Chrissy was talking to Jim, and she said, I'm done with it. But that's this week. Next week it'll be something totally different. Like, when are you gonna marry me? But getting back to the subject, Rihanna wasn't having it.
Nah.
In that video, when you fold your hands like this, and that's with anybody, man or woman, this don't look good in a confrontational state. Mm-mm. You see what I'm saying? Right. Rihanna was about to spin kick the shit out of Chrissy. You see what I'm saying? Don't be running up on people asking. He is in the car.
Hey.
He is in the car.
I am so sorry. I had to come back for this one because, and I'm, I cut you guys on after I got the computer. And I was like, okay, gotta get to work, whatever. But as soon as I heard about Chrissy, I was like, I gotta jump back on real quick while I'm on my way to work.
That's dedication, huh?
Yes, it is dedication. Thank you. Thank you for recognizing that. All right, so I stand totally 100% with you.
Thank you.
If
good. Y'all agree today.
Right.
We are agreeing today. We are agreeing.
If you don't get some win, sit your tail down. Listen,
thank you.
Chrissy Lampkin's a bully. Allegedly.
She is. No, she is.
And
on the show, she was a bully.
You was a bully. You beat up that girl, beat up Joelle Santana's old lady, you know what I'm saying, years ago on the show. I mean, you ride for Jim, and I get it. You know, you ride or die for your man. But you step into Rihanna about some crap that may or may not have happened years
A long time ago.
A long time ago days.
That's stupid. Sit down. If he ain't married you, first of all, stop looking like a clown.
Thank you.
So, Terry, is she one
Yes.
of those women you was referring to that bring on negative situations because they've been burnt so many times?
Right.
Oh.
Right. But you've been with Jim forever, right? But
Mm-hmm.
the thing of it is, if you put on the makeup and want to be a clown, you're gonna act like one. You've been vying for this man for 20 plus years. How long they've been together, and he hasn't said "I do" to you. I seen the episode where they were talking about the marriage, and Jim was like, "Yeah, you know, whatever you want to do." I mean, if a man shows no interest, move on.
Right.
Now you're looking
There you
stupid on social media,
Well,
confronting Riri. Now understand something. Riri from the Caribbean, baby. She for the smoke. So you know, I know Chrissy, she's from New York, she's from Brooklyn or whatever, she tough. But Riri ain't no slouch either. So Chrissy, I'm gonna give you two things. One, sit down. Two, leave Riri alone.
I don't see
Because-
Riri
okay.
actually swinging, though. I see
She
Riri.
ain't gotta swing.
Listen.
She ain't got to swing.
I see Riri pulling out the reinforcements from out her back
You feel me?
pocket.
You better come through. I'm telling you, Riri ain't she ain't for that.
I'm serious. I'm serious. And you're right, Terry. People that run up on people with BS deserve to get their teeth knocked down their throat.
Swallow those real quick. Yes, you need to go ahead and eat all your teeth. Eat your
And this
molars.
was at
Yes.
this was at Diddy's brunch, right?
Yep. Mhm.
Yeah. So you came all the way to Diddy's brunch and you confront Riri. And you saw what she did, like I said before,
Yeah, she
before
had
you. I don't know
stance.
if you said she hit the stance like, no, you
Yep.
not. No, you not. And she didn't care about who was around her and anything. I want y'all to watch the video first and foremost. The video is hilarious.
Yeah.
And when Chrissy saw that, she was like, "Uh-oh, she ain't playing."
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, what
Exactly.
you expect when you ran up on this woman? You, oh, I'm sorry. No.
But see, I think Chrissy confused too because everything ain't love and hip hop. Like you
Thank
can
you.
do all that stuff on, with whoever you're surrounding yourself with on a regular basis, but you can't just come out here just because you in the spotlight and just running up on people talking about you ready to fight and all that kind of mess. That's the entertainment that you providing on love and hip hop is just that. Like keep that there.
And
Go ahead.
just to add to that, Ashley, you beating up this person, that person. Okay, this is a whole different ball game. This is a whole different beat down, so to speak. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That for every bully, you may have gotten them, you may have gotten her, but there's one person. My mother always used to tell me this. There's somebody out there who's bigger and badder than you.
Yep.
Be ready for the beatdown. So Riri, I'm not mad at Riri.
I just
She
told
should
my
have.
10-year-old that the other day.
Exactly.
She should have roundhouse kicked her in the teeth, and I'm waiting for it.
I'm telling you, Riri gonna do this. This is what she's gonna do. Just like Ashley said earlier, she's gonna pull out the reinforcements.
Yep.
Then under what? Her umbrella, Ella. Hey, I'm telling you,
Yeah.
you better leave Riri alone. Leave her alone.
What was this, Terry?
Leave
What
her
was that,
alone.
Terry?
That's my driving. That's my the neck roll. That's all that. Come on now.
He probably
You know how
be
to
doing
do it,
that
girl.
hardest shit in the car. He be like,
In the mirrors, he be practicing
Boom,
that.
I hear you. See.
What you
Under
not
my
gonna
umbrella.
do? What you not gonna do, boo boo?
DJ Tasha Beats. She's in the WFDR, the WRDR chat. Play Riri tonight. I want to hear it. Hey.
Oh,
I want to hear
Lord.
it. On the umbrella. I want to hear
There
it.
you go.
All right.
All right, I'm gonna go.
All right. We're going to move on from that topic. So, Terry has been running his mouth again.
Terry Crews. Terry
Crews. Oh, yeah, not our Terry the Guru. Terry Crews has been running his mouth. So, a few months ago, we talked about Gabrielle Union standing up for Terry. You know, she got fired from, what's the show? I can't think
America's Got Talent.
Yeah,
America's Got Talent?
Yes. America's Got Talent, because she implied that there were some racial and sexual, discrimination going on throughout the network. Terry Crews decided he wanted to speak on it briefly, and he had a lot to say about it. One of which is that he didn't really seem to feel like that was going on. He didn't understand what was going on with Gabrielle. And he can't speak on sexism, but he understands racism, and that wasn't his experience. Should he? I mean, is that cool?
Now, this is okay. So, so Terry Crews, the situation where he had the opportunity to speak up for Gabrielle, he didn't. He
did not. They asked specifically about how he felt about what happened with Gabrielle. And his response was, I can't speak on sexism because I am not a woman, but I can speak on racism, and that was not his experience.
Now he has a lot to say now.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? When they gave you the opportunity, or when the opportunity it presented itself, Mr. Flex Your Pecs, you had nothing to say.
He also said, I'm sorry, this is off topic, but he also said they called him a human Tootsie Roll.
I'm gonna just leave that one alone because he be looking too glossy.
But let's get back to it. Yeah, no, he does.
Mr. Pax. I can't even do mine. Like, I gotta make the shirt. Ding, 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 ding. I can't even do that. And I got man boobs. Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, it was bad. But so should he, he has a lot to say now, but he didn't stand up when it was happening. Even now that he's speaking up, he's not even defending Gabrielle's stance, when in all actuality she was standing up for him.
Yeah. Shut up. Keep your mouth shut. Don't say nothing.
In fact, he went on to say it was the most diverse experience he's ever had. He was like, it's men, it's women, it's blacks, it's whites, it's this and that. He was like, it was so diverse.
Typical. That's all I need to say about that. Typical. When you had the opportunity to voice your opinion, you shut it up. You ain't say nothing. Now you talking freely.
Right.
Some of these people, man, I swear.
Terry Crews just really can't seem to catch a break though. Like, he just really just doesn't know what the right thing to say in the public eye,
I agree. I think that, if you don't have anything to say, then shut the fuck up. Just do that.
Right.
And that cleared the myth right there.
All right, cool. So now we're going to move on to Meep Meep.
Yes.
All right, this your favorite time of the show, huh?
No, I love the show. But this is my time to tell all you people out there to Meep Meep who the Meep Meeps are.
All right.
It's time for the Meep Meep of the week. Meep Meep.
That's right, good people. It's that time of the show, Meep Meep of the week. Sponsored by stupid people doing stupid shit. That's right. So, like we talked about the untimely demise of basketball icon, basketball great Kobe Bryant, Sunday, it left a pause in the hearts of many. Around the world, it was felt. But then you have people who uses death and certain situations to their own personal gain. And I'm talking about none other than Dr. Umar Johnson.
Oh,
Yes.
that's why we didn't expand on that.
No, we did not expand on it. But I need to say this. First and foremost, how dare you get on social media and just bring up all of these accusations, past history, what this man was going through, etc., etc., and all of that was false. The Illuminati, his involvement with the pharmaceutical company, the name is just false. So, sir, I need you to do a couple of things. First of all, fact check. Because like me, I was fact checked because I didn't know that the videos that were surfaced with the crash was fake. So do your research. I'm almost certain you do. You do it very well, and you speak very eloquently and very intellectually. I need you to do your research. Second thing I need you to do is real simple, and a lot of people should listen to what I'm about to say and shut the fuck up when there is death involved. Let people rest well. Let the family grieve. That's all I need to say. So you, sir, Dr. Umar Johnson, you are the Meep Meep of the week.
Congratulations, Dr. Umar.
Yes, well deserved.
Congratulations.
Well
Really
deserved.
Appreciate it. It really is just Dr. Umar. I think doesn't always use his platform for good. I think he tries to take advantage of. He does. He speaks very well. He speaks very eloquently, and he has like almost that preacher approach to the way he tries to communicate with people, and people grab on by the coattail and follows whatever he says as if it's golden, and especially when you're talking about a person who recently passed away.
Not even 2 days.
Yeah, that is a disgraceful attempt at putting your message out there, and it's not even accurate.
And then after that, I don't know if you watched the video, Ashley. Right at the end of the
I didn't even get to the end.
He asked for donations.
Always ask for donations.
He asked for donations of these pretend schools that he is being built in. Like you, Ashley, I think you said it a couple shows ago. You said, he said, you said, show me receipts, show me papers, show me blueprints of these schools that is being built and the financial monies that is being spent on these schools. I don't see it. There's a lot of talk, but not enough proof of these schools, and maybe some of the stuff, and I'm gonna say this, maybe some of the stuff that he is talking about is true, but like I said, this is a society where it is more appreciated of being seen. We could talk to what we blew in our face, but once you see it, once you see the tangible proof, then all of us can shut up, and we have not seen that yet. No. So
it's such a turn off to have an emotional topic. It's such a turn off to have a topic that you might be bought into, and then somebody asks you for some money. It's just like when you call somebody up and you be like, hey, how's your day? And then you like, well, can I borrow $50? Like, what? No, so everything you just said before that don't even count.
No. It's that's a ease way into let me ease my way into borrowing this $50,
right. And he just took advantage of this, like, he knows a lot of people care. He knows that that's a search term, so you go on Google Kobe Bryant and he gonna pop up because he already has a following, so he gonna be the top trending whatever. Because you're gonna listen to it, and then he's still gonna ask for money. That's horrible.
At the end of the video, for those who have not seen the video, I need y'all to go check it out. It's really touching to hear him just automatically just come out and say it was an Illuminati. Right. That was Illuminati. Let's face it. You see what I'm saying? But the end of the video, to use that for his personal gain, to ask people make those donations for this school. Wow.
I'm just trying to figure out like what he feels like his true purpose is.
Exactly. Like people are going to find out. Mm-hmm. People are going to eventually find out that you're a fraud. I feel like we already found out, but a lot of people forgave and forgot, I guess. Because remember, he was sleeping with the women or the stripper or somebody, and then, this whole school thing kind of came down the pike, then said that was never happening, and then he's still coming back talking about, I really got it, and then we still don't see the school, like, he just keep coming back, for more and more and more, but, like, what is your purpose? What are you trying to do? Yeah. I don't see it. Like I said earlier, you could talk about it till you blue in the face. Like I could say I got a car parked outside.
Right.
Every day. I got a car. I haven't shown you that car. I don't even know where the schools are. You see what I'm saying? I could tell you every single day. Yeah, I got a black Benz outside. Mm-hmm. All right, well, show me.
And that's what he do all day.
All day.
I got a degree. You don't have no degree. What? Well, I think he has a degree, but I don't think he's certified.
He's a descendant of Frederick Douglass. Where's the documentation? I'm just saying. Like, where's that show to say, okay, don't say nothing else. Here's the documentation right here. Here's the pictures right here. Show me blueprints. Show me financial records of these schools, and all of us will have the dick look on our face once we see that, but we have not seen it, so oh well.
So what about your homegirl, the journalist who used the term knacker by accident?
Now, okay, so I of course, people were saying go back and slow it down. There's a program you can download on your phone to slow it down. I'm like this, and I said this. People, I'm gonna need y'all to stop using excuses, because here's the thing. I think that now people feel as though they can say it freely without getting in trouble.
The N-word?
The N-word, yes. That how can you get Lakers and Knicks? How can you confuse the two? And I say that to say this. Other than today, I did not know that Kobe was drafted or signed or wherever to the Hornets. Didn't know that. Either. Did not know that.
I thought that he was drafted immediately to the Lakers.
To the Lakers, exactly.
That's what I thought.
But my question, though, is how can you confuse the two? Like Lakers, Knicks. Lakers, they don't even sound the same. Hardly don't sound the same. Like, now, I do it all the time. I fumble. I slip up. I may say something that you won't even recognize. But to go to the extreme of saying niggers,
right?
The Los Angeles niggers don't even sound like niggas. I'm sorry,
right? Well,
I don't get that.
Well, there are, I believe subconsciously, that word exists in her psyche.
Thank you. And that's what somebody else has said.
It could be an honest mistake, okay, but it is embedded
into her head.
In her head somewhere. So, I can accept that it was a mistake, but I cannot accept that you don't ever use the term. I just don't. And I don't feel like it's appropriate for everybody, really anybody, but everybody, to be using that derogatory term. So, and especially when you're a journalist speaking out in the public. Very frequently, that really should just be erased from your psyche in general. Like, you should do some kind of training on that. you know.
But why are you thinking the word?
Right, like...
What? First of all, Lakers and Knicks. I'm sorry, I gotta go back. He wasn't a part of the New York Knicks.
He wasn't.
He was a Laker.
Yeah.
So why are you saying Knicks?
Yeah.
So then you this is what I'm saying. You had it confused with the Knicks. He wasn't playing for the Knicks. He was playing for the Lakers.
Yeah.
But you just automatically said that to switch it up. There she go.
Shot, Lisa. You're muted, Lisa. We
muted.
can't hear you. We can't hear you.
It's crunching time.
Hey,
Minutes
girl.
late and 45 minutes later.
A whole lot later into
segment.
the show.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I love the topic. I'm popping up in the pop-up shop. The reason why I decided to do so is because I can't type that fast. I'm not a good, like, spelling wasn't my strong suit. So I was like, you know, I
Gotta hurry up and send this period.
like I'm a millennial. Like, we don't be doing that. Google spell and.
Yeah, no.
Like,
we
that's
don't have
just
time.
how we are. But I popped up because I had to be the other side of this. It was kind of one-sided.
I knew
It was.
coming.
We was agreeing.
Yeah, I knew it was coming.
And I can't have it. You know me. I'm just born this way. So basically, I feel like it was a mistake. Just like you didn't know he was drafted in the 13th round to
True.
the Hornets.
True.
And they traded him immediately to the Lakers. She didn't know that either. You could tell. Like, so I was watching that the entire time, not just that segment. Like, some people were just watching that segment. Basically, what she was asking the guy was, for those people who don't watch basketball, can you explain to us, you know, not saying that she didn't know jack nothing about basketball. She didn't. And so I feel like what she was saying, yeah, that's what I'm saying. When I saw it, immediately the first thing out of my head wasn't it wasn't she's trying to say niggers. That wasn't it. I really felt like she meant to say Knicks and said changed it
And
to
it just added a double GR at the end. No.
Well,
It didn't come out. It came out Nakers. If you listen to it, I really feel like she said Lakers in the middle of it. To me,
I heard Iggers. I'm sorry.
to me, and I feel like it's unnecessary. I feel like it's ridiculous that people, that's the first thing they go to. I've said things, other people have said things, I've seen other journalists say things. It's bigger things to worry about. The man passed away. His family is watching this. The biggest thing y'all can say is that she's saying niggas. Like, come on. We got other things to worry about. We got so much to worry about. And I feel like this is what happens with our community. We get so wrapped up on the little stuff and we don't get big stuff accomplished. So I get it. I don't care if she works there or not. You can get rid of her, CNN. I don't care at the end of the
that's
day.
a fact.
I don't care. But my thing is, let's not get that focus on it, because the focus shifted away from Kobe immediately to now everybody's posting that.
Did she say niggas? I think she did.
Come on now. We live in the United States of a motherfucking America. You know they saying it at the
Smoke weed every day.
You know that, and we all know that. But yeah, Kobe, just kind of going back to Kobe since I wasn't here. I feel like Kobe, he meant something to a lot of people.
Yes, he did. I
Even-
some Kobe.
Yeah, even if you didn't know basketball, I feel like Kobe, you knew who he was. Kobe is one of the biggest figures in the world.
Yes.
Bigger than LeBron James. I feel like bigger than Michael Jordan. Right now, Kobe called him, see? Kobe
Bigger than
James.
Michael Jordan?
See what I mean? It happens.
Hold on. Back up. Bigger than Michael Jordan?
Yes. I feel like right now, Kobe Bryant.
Right now, today.
Yes, Kobe
Right
Bryant is the biggest figure in the world.
Okay.
Because of the events?
Not even just the event, but before, like, because like with Jordan, people knew him overseas, but not like Kobe. Because Kobe came and he was playing, he liked soccer. So then, you know, soccer's big all over the world. So they're like, they know him over there. He speaks Italian fluently. And so they're really big with him over there. And then, of course, in China and stuff, he would go over there. Like, he is one of the most well-known figures in the world. So for you to, lose something like that, and the people that are saying, well, what about everybody? People, I hate to say it, but the facts are people die every day.
Yeah.
True.
And we don't know everybody.
Right.
We don't know.
Somebody died that day, tragically, in a similar manner, and we never will utter their names because we didn't know it. Mm-hmm. So we can't sit up there and say, oh, well, what about this one? What about that one? What about this one? Because if we do that, we'd be talking about death every day.
Every single day, especially here in Baltimore.
Yeah.
Especially here in Baltimore.
And that was Z's point. We don't know, like, people are doing it, getting into these situations all the time, but we don't know them. We don't know.
My heart is there.
Right. Like, we care.
I'm praying for the families. We care. But
we don't know them. I can't post that Boop Boop died. I can't post that because I don't know Boop Boop.
Poop Poop Poop.
Or
is it
the
Boop
fact
Boop
that he died,
Poop?
I don't know. Pookie?
Pookie. Okay.
Yeah. So Pookie, we don't know Pookie, but I think it's also, he's a public figure, so his death gonna be the same way. If you don't live in the public eye, unfortunately, we ain't gonna know you. It doesn't mean that you're not a legend. It doesn't mean you're not a hero. It just means that we will not be talking about it on the news. You don't have to be famous to make impact. You don't have to be famous to be a hero.
Right.
You don't. But everybody's not going to be talking about you. The reason why people talk about Kobe, because we feel like we knew him. We watched him grow up from the time. He's the only player I think left that's kind of in two eras. So he's like in the Jordan era, like he played against Jordan, which was one of my favorite moments of seeing like the passing of the baton. He beat Jordan.
I know, that was crazy, wasn't it? And
I was like,
I was so in love
Jordan
with
can't be beat.
Yeah, he beat Jordan.
Yeah.
So, and then he played with the new guys that are coming up. The Kawhi Leonards of the world, and so the Zion Williamsons. He was able to be in that arena where he just did something that no one else was doing right now.
Yeah. And he was also the youngest to get over 32,000 points. Like, I mean, he broke so many records.
2 Olympic gold medals, 18-time All-Star, 5-time NBA champion. And I tell you, that's amazing. And the Mamba mentality.
Yeah.
And Lamar Jackson commented, because I went back and watched the Pro Bowl. I did not watch the Pro Bowl.
Oh, you ain't missed much.
Yeah, I watched it, but they had Lamar Jackson wired, and he said, when Kobe passed, he said he felt like a relative. It felt like I knew him. He was a relative. You don't get that same reaction when Lil Nuck around the corner passed.
Right.
I saw Kobe. Yeah, I saw Kobe on TV.
Why are you holding that in your fingers?
I'm sorry. I
smoke weed every day.
Smoke weed.
It was comfortable for him.
No, I don't smoke, but it was just comfortable. I thought I put it there.
I don't know. He
holding it too.
He went to Ashley to her swing by.
I'm giving a subliminal message. Smoke weed every day.
Smoke weed every day because we embrace it. But yes, so I mean, of course, I shout out to Kobe's family. Rest in peace. Shout out to the Altobello family, and rest in peace. And then my heart's condolences go out to them as well. Yes. And to Christina Massar, my heart goes out to her family. To the pilot Ari Zobanyan, my heart goes out to his family, and to Sarah and Peyton Chester, my heart goes out to that family. So I mentioned, and I want to say each one of their names because, like I said, no one is more important than the next person, and the people that say that to me drive me insane, because all lives matter drives me insane, because somebody actually said that in a post, because that is a given. If you don't know that all lives matter, don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. Like, period. Like, Black Lives Matter is not even that. Black Lives Matter basically should have an asterisk. It's Black Lives Matter also. Right. Because we live in a society where sometimes everybody don't get their due. Right. So when they got, the tragedy happened, just because we're not mentioning them on the public level doesn't mean that they don't matter. They matter very much. And for you to be out there saying it and implying that they don't matter, they got families. Mm-hmm. Come on now, people. Come on now. But I hate to end it on such a sad,
I know,
depressing note. Like I came in here and I brought the house down sad. I'm sorry, y'all.
Yeah. Well, we started, you know, soft, and then we got sad, and then we brought it back up, and then you brought it back down.
I know. I'm gonna need some of that. I'm gonna need to smell lemons, Ashley, because this is a lot.
Let's smell lemons. Let's smell lemons.
A lot of lemons.
There's a lot of lemons and oranges and fruits and
citrus seeds.
Yeah, whatever you got, give it to me.
Happy
Citrus.
Friday, y'all.
Yeah, happy.
Everybody enjoy their lemons this weekend.
I know. Everybody enjoy it. Plus some. And it's Super Bowl. And so I need you to enjoy the Super Bowl as well. And my pick is the San Francisco 49ers. Although my heart goes out to my homeboy. Like, I want you to win. But
Homeboy.
I don't know if he can win. He kind of sounds like Kermit the Frog. And somebody put it in Kermit the Frog. And
who's your homeboy? Is that Suggs?
No, Patrick Mahomes.
Oh.
My homeboy.
Oh, God.
My homeboy. So, yeah.
Homeboy.
My pick is the 49ers. But,
so if I come to your house, I got to root for the 49ers then, huh?
You can root for, in my etiquette, you can root for whoever you want. Just don't go against the Ravens. You can do whatever you want in my house. You do whatever you want.
All right.
Just don't go against the Ravens. But Ashley, what you got going on today? Or this week? Or coming up. There you go.
Coming up. So, Cannabis Nursing Solutions. The next course we're going to have, training course we're going to have, is on March 10th, I believe it is. It's the Friday. It's an all-day course. It's for our nurses. We're doing them monthly. You can register now. So if you know a nurse, please share it with the nurse. Let them know that I'm doing this type of education so they can incorporate it into their nursing practice. We want our nurses to be aware. If you just have questions, if you want a free consultation, I do them for 15 minutes. You can email me directly at cannabisnursingsolutions@gmail.com.
Awesome. So you go, if you want to smell lemons and learn how to teach other people how to smell lemons, I need you to go ask Ashley and go to the Cannabis Nursing Solution. E-Digger. What we got going on?
We got Late Night Live with E-Digger coming back soon. Don't know when I'm gonna do it, but it's coming back. But I am looking for a person. I'm looking for a street journalist.
I like that term.
Yeah, street journalist. So if you like people, if you're really comfortable with asking people questions, maybe this opportunity is for you. If you're interested, hit me up at my email only at charmcitydirect73@gmail.com.
I love it. And I like that. You a little hood, but you a little smart at the same time. I got you. So, and for Mr. Terry Little, the guru, so he has the Brothers Who Talk, who will come up tomorrow on Mile High Radio at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard. So tune into them. He also has had a book coming out. It's not done yet, but it's coming. He said it was coming. It ain't gonna be like Sheree's house. It's coming. Yeah, just so you know that it's coming. So I need you to check him out and all the things that he has going on. And you can check out Millennials Anonymous podcast. We have a couple of people that are coming up as well. And Dizzy D is actually saying, can we do a late night live with E-Dig on WRDR2?
Man, don't tempt me with a good time.
I like that as well. And so we have a lot of stuff going on with Millennials Anonymous. We got a couple of guests coming on. We just talked with Boyce Littlefield, which he is in Andrew Yang's camp. So we're going to be talking to a couple of other candidates because I want y'all to know. I want y'all to have that information and do all of that jazz. So if you haven't a chance to do that, I need you to follow Millennials Anonymous on Facebook, Instagram, and on YouTube. And then also follow Brunching on YouTube. I need you to go over there because eventually Brunching, they don't know this yet, is coming off of Facebook and going exclusively on YouTube. So I'm going to need you to do that in order for you to be able to watch it, just because we moving up in this world. So we got to, you got to expand. The only thing in life that it's constant.
I know now. I think we all know now.
Now you know.
Now you know. If you don't know, now you know. Smoke weed every day.
Easy on you. So this has been brunching. So I need you to come back next week, same time, same place, get some new topics. And yes, my big mouth will be here the whole time. So if you like, I don't want to hear you, then don't come back. So I'll be here.
Damn.
I'll be here. Yes, next time. So it's brunching time. Peace. Bye. We'll see you. We love you. Sometimes I guess we do. And he's still smoking. Smoke.
No. I put it down. I put it down.
Rolls.
Lord.
Ain't nothing. No, ain't nothing.
Bye.
Ain't nothing in it.
You what?